that the next fight for UFC lightweight champion Ilia Topuria would not be Islam Makhachev, which would make sense actually given Islam's got a fight against JDM coming up. But who could it be against? Well, Justin Gaethje.
I fought with Max. He knocked out Justin Gaethje. I fought with Charles Oliveira. He submits Justin. So that everyone is going to be like, they're going to know the result even before the
He's
fight.
going to be a huge underdog.
Yeah, he's going to be a huge underdog, and everyone's going to know what's going to happen. In the fight game, everything can happen, but it's like,
Yeah.
bro, come on.
Say goodnight, Gaethje. Gikiwol and still, Dieter UFC 322. Those are the chilling words from Ilia Topuria's manager that have sent shockwaves through the MMA world and left UFC fans absolutely triggered. In a move that could spell serious trouble for Islam Makhachev's Madison Square Garden plans, the lightweight champions team has seemingly leaked his next opponent, and it's not who anyone expected. From manager leaks to fan backlash, from title implications to retirement threats, this story has it all.
It's me or Arman,
And
I believe somebody has to fight him this year, and I think I'm in a better spot than Arman, so someone's going to fight him. I hope it's MSG, New York City. I get to fight him, and then I get to defend it on the White House lawn. That's what I'm planning for.
Let's start with what we know. On August 27th, 2025, Lukasz Orzel, Ilia Topuria's manager, dropped what might be the most significant social media leak of the year. In an Instagram story that was quickly deleted, Orzel posted, "Say goodnight, Gaethje, and still, UFC 322. Now, this wasn't just some random social media banter. This was a direct hint that the undefeated Georgian Spanish champion, fresh off his stunning knockout victory over Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, would be making his first lightweight title defense against Justin Gaethje at UFC 322 on November 15th at Madison Square Garden.
And that man's name is Ilia El Matador Topuria. He went out there, he destroyed Charles Oliveira, knocked him out unconscious in the very first round.
The timing couldn't be more perfect, or more problematic, depending on your perspective. UFC 322 has been rumored to feature Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena as the main event. But if Topuria steps in, that completely changes the landscape. Lightweight contender Renato Moicano added fuel to the fire, telling Laerte Viana he'd heard whispers of Topuria versus Gaethje headlining UFC 322, with Alexandre Pantoja versus Joshua Vaughn as the co-main event.
Who do you think is going to fight for the lightweight title next?
I hope Elias Topuria, brother. I hope Elias Topuria, because motherfucker is good. We just saw what Volkanovski did last Saturday, you know. A contender, a really tough guy to deal. Diego Lopes, a lot of pressure, good jiu-jitsu, a ton of heart, and Volkanovski look as good as always, you know, and motherfucking Elias Topuria just knocked him out. So I want to see Topuria fighting for the belt.
But here's the kicker. Spanish journalist Alvaro Colmenero quickly warned fans that nothing is set in stone, urging everyone to wait for the UFC's official announcement. Now, let's talk about Justin Gaethje's position in all this. The highlight has been pushing hard for another title shot, and he's not being subtle about it. Gaethje has given the UFC an ultimatum. It's either a title fight next, a big money fight, or he hangs up the gloves. This would be Gaethje's third attempt at undisputed UFC gold. He won the interim lightweight title against Tony Ferguson at UFC 249 in 2020, only to lose to Khabib Nurmagomedov in the unification bout. Then came the heartbreak against Charles Oliveira at UFC 274 in 2022. Despite a knockout loss to Max Holloway at UFC 300 in 2024, Gaethje bounced back with a victory over Rafael Fiziev at UFC 313 in March 2025. His 2023 BMF title win over Dustin Poirier keeps him in the conversation. But the question remains, is he truly deserving of another shot?
I would put Justin Gaethje against Paddy Pimblett, me against Islam. Once I pass him, I get the title, and you put me against Paddy.
You think Paddy's going to beat Justin Gaethje?
Easy.
Wow. Really easy?
Yeah, easy.
Really easy?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a crazy thing to say because Justin Gaethje's a fucking animal.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to grapple, and Paddy knows
But
that.
he's a Division I wrestler. He knows how to grapple. You don't think he knows how to grapple? He just chooses not to. He chooses to stand and fight.
I don't think so. Did you ever saw him submitting someone?
I don't believe he's ever submitted someone, but I think that's because he likes to just crush people.
Topuria himself dismissed Gaethje as recently as July 2025, telling ESPN MMA, "Fighting against Justin Gaethje, I don't think that's going to be something exciting for the fans. He preferred new blood like Paddy Pimblett instead." But here's where things get controversial. The UFC subreddit exploded with negative reactions to this potential matchup. Fans are not holding back their opinions.
Justin Gaethje, I think he slept more at day than at night.
Oh, you think so? Did he parties?
I think so.
I don't
they
know.
put the camera on him on the last pay-per-view, and he looked like he was so high. Like this.
I'm not worried about.
High.
What I'm worried
Comments like "zero interest in this matchup" and "I do not want to see this" flooded social media. One fan noted that Ilia is just clearing up the lightweight division of the old guard, while others called it a bulls at fight. The concern for Gaethje is palpable. One Reddit user commented, "This would be Justin's third title shot. Everyone knows he will lose. Probably the easiest fight for Ilia." Another added, "Justin is going to join Colby and Dustin for going 0-3 in undisputed title fights." But the real controversy lies in who's being snubbed. Arman Tsarukyan, the official #1 contender, has been sidelined after withdrawing from UFC 311 due to injury. But Tsarukyan isn't staying quiet about this situation. "I am the #1 contender," Tsarukyan has stated emphatically. "I deserved the shot against Ilia. I've earned my place in line, and just because I had to pull out due to injury doesn't mean I should lose my spot."
To me. So I'm just still waiting, training, and trying to call out Ilia as much as possible.
Yeah, we've seen some of the tweets towards Ilia. They've been funny. I enjoyed the duck video that he did. What do you make of the fact that he says he would rather give up the belt than fight today? He just don't deserve it. He doesn't want it.
I mean, he feels that he's gonna lose that fight, and it's better to give the belt and then go up or wait when what happened with me, because he knows just I'm a big problem for him, and I'm gonna get his title. He knows that, and he wants to get easy fights with Petty or Gaethje or with someone, just make money and to defend. But with me, this is gonna be hard for him.
The Armenian fighter has been vocal about his frustration, especially after Topuria mocked his reaction to the Oliveira knockout. Tsarukyan fired back, saying he's the most deserving challenger and that bypassing him for Gaethje would be a slap in the face to the ranking system. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Islam Makhachev. The former lightweight champion was reportedly in talks for a Madison Square Garden bout against Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322.
But this is his deal with UFC. I don't deal with UFC. This is his problem. But we have deal with them. He's gonna fight in Madison Square Garden, and they say yes.
If Topuria takes the November 15th slot, where does that leave Islam? The Dagestani fighter has been trying to secure his return to the big stage, but this potential Topuria-Gaethje booking could completely derail those plans. This creates a domino effect throughout the lightweight division, with Topuria potentially fighting Gaethje, Islam fighting for position, and contenders like Tsarukyan and Pimblett waiting in the wings. The entire division is in flux. The scheduling conflict also raises questions about the UFC's priorities. Are they choosing entertainment value over legitimate title contention? Are they prioritizing Gaethje's ultimatum over more deserving fighters? Let's not forget what makes Ilia Topuria so special. The 27-year-old is 17-0 and has achieved something no one thought possible, becoming a two-division champion in record time. His journey from knocking out Alexander Volkanovski for the featherweight title at UFC 298, to defending against Max Holloway at UFC 308, to vacating and immediately capturing the lightweight title by knocking out Charles Oliveira, it's unprecedented. Topuria has shown he's not just a champion, he's a finisher. Every title fight has ended in spectacular fashion. Whether facing Gaethje is the right move strategically, one thing is certain, it won't be boring. So there you have it, the leaked news that has the MMA world divided. Ilia Topuria's manager's warning to Justin Gaethje has created a storm of controversy, fan backlash, and scheduling chaos that could reshape the entire lightweight division. Will the UFC make this fight official? Will Gaethje get his third shot at gold? Will Islam Makhachev find another path to Madison Square Garden? And most importantly, will the fans eventually warm up to this potential matchup? One thing is certain, Dana White has a massive decision to make, and with UFC 322 just months away, we won't have to wait long for answers. As Topuria's manager warned, say goodnight, Gaethje. And still, Jaguar UFC 322. But will Gaethje have the last laugh, or is he walking into another title fight heartbreak? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you want to see Topuria versus Gaethje, or should the UFC go with a different opponent? Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking UFC news.
Твой следующий бой после Мадалены пройдет в 77?
Не могу сказать точно. Есть с Топурией какая-то интрига. Мне самому тоже интересен этот бой. Может, получится сделать какой-то супербой. Или, как я сказал, посмотрим по весу.
Хамзат Чимаев взял титул в среднем весе. Очень интересно твое мнение о его выступлении, насколько ты был впечатлен этим. И Хамзат еще до этого боя сказал, что самая быстрая дорога на первую строчку pound for pound – это поединок с чемпионом в полусреднем весе. Если ты станешь чемпионом в полусреднем, ты будешь готов принять поединок с Хамзатом?
Сейчас, отвечая на этот вопрос, я не хочу открывать двери для всяких раздоров между нашими народами. Но посмотрим. У меня бой впереди тяжелый. Был впечатлен над доминацией. Думаю, он распределял силы, нигде не форсировал, даже в удары не вкладывался. Просто у него была цель стать чемпионом. Я думаю, если захотел бы, форсировал бы, можно было нанести больше ущерба и финишировать. А так удивил, что так легко переводил и столько времени смог контролировать.
Former lightweight king Islam Makhachev is making headlines with some serious fighting words directed at current lightweight champion Ilia Topuria, plus his revealing comments about a potential mega fight with newly crowned middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev. But first, let's dive into that chilling warning Makhachev just delivered to El Matador. Islam Makhachev has just sent the clearest warning message possible to Ilia Topuria, and folks, this one gave us chills. Reporter: go destroy Ilia Topuria so he finally shuts up. Islam Makhachev, as you wish.
Есть с Топурией какая-то интрига. Мне самому тоже интересен этот бой. Может, получится сделать какой-то супербой. Или, как я сказал, посмотрим по весу.
Я вернулся в легкий вес, чтобы ты уничтожил Топурию, и он наконец заткнулся и не говорил ничего о бойцах из Дагестана. Стал Макхачев чемпион.
Как ты хочешь, что сделаем?
Those three words, as you wish, might be the most ominous response we've heard in MMA this year. The former pound-for-pound king didn't need to raise his voice or throw around fancy trash talk. That quiet confidence, that's what makes champions, and that's exactly what should have Topuria worried. For those who missed it, this exchange happened when Makhachev was pressed about his future plans following his upcoming welterweight title fight against Jack Della Maddalena. The Dagestani grappling machine has been increasingly vocal about his interest in a super fight with Topuria, especially after both fighters have been going back and forth in recent interviews.
I know he said he wants to get one back for Alexander Volkanovski here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard fight. Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He's good, man. He is good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had problem with the wrestling, but now he's improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere.
But Topuria isn't the only elite fighter on Makhachev's radar. The Dagestani was also asked about a potential clash with the man of the hour, newly crowned middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev. Now, this is where things get really interesting, because Makhachev's response showed both respect and strategic thinking that we rarely see in today's MMA landscape. When pressed about a potential fight with Chimaev at welterweight, Makhachev took a diplomatic but confident approach. I'm answering this question here. I don't want to open the door to any kind of conflict between our people. Well, we will see. I have a tough fight ahead.
Хамзат Чимаев взял титул в среднем весе. Очень интересно твое мнение о его выступлении, насколько ты был впечатлен этим. И Хамзат еще до этого боя сказал, что самая быстрая дорога на первую строчку pound for pound – это поединок с чемпионом в полусреднем весе. Если ты станешь чемпионом в полусреднем, ты будешь готов принять поединок с Хамзатом?
Сейчас, отвечая на этот вопрос, я не хочу открывать двери для всяких раздоров между нашими народами. Но посмотрим. У меня бой впереди тяжелый. Был впечатлен над доминацией. Думаю, он распределял силы, нигде не форсировал, даже в удары не вкладывался. Просто у него была цель стать чемпионом. Я думаю, если захотел бы, форсировал бы, можно было нанести больше ущерба и финишировать. А так удивил, что так легко переводил и столько времени смог контролировать.
Notice what he did there? First, he acknowledged the delicate nature of this potential matchup. Both fighters have connections to the same region and similar backgrounds. This isn't just about individual glory. There are cultural and personal relationships at stake. But then came that telling phrase, "We will see." That's not a dismissal, folks. That's a champion, keeping his options open while staying focused on the task at hand.
Gotcha. What did you think about Khamzat's win against Whitaker?
It's like, you know, I expect Khamzat can beat him, but not like this, you know.
That was
he
crazy.
beat him like very easy, and he's like one of the best in his division. And I hope he will soon fight for the title.
Makhachev also shared his thoughts on Chimav's dominant title-winning performance against Dricus du Plessis at UFC 319, and his analysis was fascinating. I was impressed by his domination. I think he was conserving his energy. He never forced anything. He wasn't even putting power into his strikes. His goal was just to become the UFC champion. If he wanted to, he could have forced the finish. He could have done more damage and finished the fight. But I was surprised he took him down so easily and was able to control him for so long. That's high-level analysis from someone who knows championship-level grappling when he sees it. Let's zoom out and look at what's really happening here. Islam Makhachev is positioning himself at the center of what could be the most exciting period in modern MMA. Think about this timeline. Makhachev is set to face undefeated welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena, likely at UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden. If he wins that fight, he becomes a two-division champion and suddenly has multiple super fight options on the table.
I think it makes sense. Obviously, Volk and Islam fought in Perth. I think it's a good practice match for Islam. Yeah, this is just the beginning. Come get it. Come get it.
I'm going to get him back for Volk.
Option 1, drop back down and settle the score with Topuria in what would be an absolute blockbuster. Two elite grapplers with completely different styles, both with legitimate claims to pound-for-pound supremacy. Option 2, stay at welterweight, or even consider a move up to face Chimaev. Now that's a grappling clinic that would break the internet. Chimaev just proved he can dominate at middleweight, but he's expressed interest in coming back down to welterweight for a second belt. And here's the kicker. Chimaev himself said that beating Makhachev would be his fastest way to get to pound-for-pound #1, so we've got all the ingredients for multiple super fights that would shatter pay-per-view records. But let's pump the brakes for a second. As Makhachev correctly pointed out, he's got a tough fight ahead with Della Maddalena. The Australian champion is riding an 18-fight win streak and has never lost in the UFC. One misstep, and all these super fight dreams disappear. What I love about Makhachev's approach here is the champion's mindset on full display. He's not getting caught up in the hype or the trash talk. When asked about Topuria, he gave that ice-cold response that let everyone know he's ready for war. When asked about Chimaev, he showed respect while making it clear he's not backing down from anyone. This is exactly how you handle being at the top of the sport. You acknowledge the challenges, respect your opponents, but never show weakness or uncertainty about your abilities. The MMA landscape in 2025 is absolutely loaded with potential super fights, and Islam Makhachev is right at the center of it all. Whether it's Topuria wanting to prove he's the real lightweight king, or Chimaev looking to add another belt to his collection, Makhachev remains the measuring stick for elite-level mixed martial arts. So there you have it. Islam Makhachev sending chills down spines with his response to Topuria, while keeping the door open for what could be the grappling match of the century against Khamzat Chimaev. What do you think? Is Makhachev's warning to Topuria just confidence or something more? And would you rather see him face El Matador or test his grappling against the newly crowned Chimaev? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching MMA Central. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time with more breaking news from the world of mixed martial arts.